Hello, what's going on, guys? In this video we will learn how we can make our very first application, Android application, into our Android Studio. So first you need to open your Android Studio if you have one, or if you haven't, just Google it and download the Android Studio. So hopefully I wish some of you that are watching right now in this video have a background of programming, so you will not be lost whenever we make our project. So if you are just brand new to this video and you want to learn programming basic / intermediate or advanced, so you are welcome to watch this tutorial. So what we will be learning from this tutorial will be creating our first application, which is a basic application, just a basic applications right now, because we do not so everyone can follow, and especially for those beginners. Okay, so without saying too much, let us now get into my notepad. I have already the code. Okay, so but first you just create a project. So just click new. You just create our project. So you can see the default. Okay, so okay, you just name it mobile app demo. Okay, I'll just leave it with this name. So mobile app demo, then choose the language. So I will just choose Java. Then to the API, I will just choose this one, Lollipop. I will leave it Android Lollipop. Your app will run on approximately 88% of this device, so I'll just leave it like this one, so the Lollipop version. So in case you don't know how to set up the Android SDK to the environment path, so I think I have a tutorial video for that. So just get into my channel and just view the playlist. I have a tutorials, or just scroll down to this description. I will put the link for that tutorials, so you can set up your Android SDK or the Java SDK. So you can also scroll down to the description, so you can see. So at first, when creating a project of Android Studio, so this will you will see after the project was generated. So remember, we name our project mobile app demo. So this is what it is. So, and from the Android, we will just change this one to project, so we can see all the files inside of our project. So select project mobile app demo, so in the app. Okay, so by the way, once the project will be generated, and you will notice that this activity main.html tab or file are already open. Okay, so we didn't click this one inside of this src folder. We didn't click, but it is automatically done for us. So whenever the project is generated, so I mean after the project is generated, so the main HTML will just immediately open, and this one as well, so the main activity Java. So this will probably you will first see. So okay, so the main activity is Java, in which this one we will write our codes, the action or the method, this or the behavior, this in this file. So this is the main activity Java. So activity.main.xml is used mostly to design how our Android application or the user interface of our application will look like. So this is what it is. So the HTML. So if you will go to click this one to the design, okay, so you can see right here, and this another window. So you see it's a hi world, okay, hello world. So this is the default in the Android Studio so project. So the first time you will generate. So in the other tabs or the other this one properties, or what you call this one, or windows. So the third windows right here. So this one is the first, second, the third. So I mean this one is in the last window. What I mean is the the attributes that are declared. This one right here. So this is just the same right here. So whatever you declared in this one codes, you will also see it right in this declared attributes. So just like layout wheel, match parents, that main activity, you will also see it right here. So okay, so you'll not be confused about it. So in the layout, okay, so the layout is this one in our main canvas. So this is what we call canvas. So you just assign an ID canvas. Okay, so ID main canvas. So this is how the layout into our main canvas. So if we change it to wrap content, so if we change it to wrap content, it will just shrink to the left side. It will narrow. So we don't want it, because whenever we write, we want to display into our canvas or in the window of our Android. So we want it to be accumulate to the entire Windows UI screen. We don't want it to display like this one. So that is why the layout should be match parent. Okay, so it should be match parent. So as you can see right here, text hello world. So this one common text hello world. So okay, so in the text, in the source code, you will just see it is the constraints layout, but there are some tags that change the orientation or the view of our this one contents or our context. So for example, as this one hello world. Okay, so as you can see, in using the constraint layout, okay, so as you can see, it's been using the constraint layout. If you run it to okay, so to your Android phone, so just let me connect first my Android phone. So I'm very sorry, so I will just okay, now I'm done connecting my Android phone. So just to show you how it will be look like when you are using the constraints layout. So constraints layout tag. So if you double click constraints layout tag, and we will see what is that constraints layout tag. So we just double click constraints layout. There should be a source. So this one. So constraints layout class. So as you can see right here, okay, constraints layout view. Okay, so extend view groups, final boolean. So letter field constraint layout. So what you want to know is that public context. So okay, so I think what we need is this is okay. There's okay. I have that. Okay, so I think I click. Okay, just to show you what is happening whenever we will build and then the constraints layout. So I think I click something that is okay just for a while. Okay, just click the project window, and so I'm researching. I think yes, I click something. Windows reset layout tabs reset layout. Okay, so just let me run it. Just let me run it. So project. I think just wait. Okay. Okay, so see right here below, it's installing. So let me just open my Android screen so you will see how the constraints layout tags installation application could not be installed. Installation let's see apply ADB connection access connection was forced to close the remote tools. Okay, so just let me run it again. Okay, as you can see right here. Okay, let me build it first. Okay, there's something wrong. I just missed something. It should be like this. Okay, right there. Okay, so that's it. Okay, that's it. Preview. Okay, that's it. Preview. Okay, so the designs. See right here. Just install successfully. Okay, so now it's done. It's installed successfully. So as you can see right here. Okay, so when using the constraints layout tags, so you will see that the word was fully centered. So okay, so let me just open it again. Okay, as you can see here, hello world, it will be centered. So but there are some instances. Okay, there are some instances when using the constraints layout. Okay, so when using the constraints layout, you see the side. So right here, layout. Okay, constraints layout. Canvas. Okay, main canvas. Okay, main canvas. Okay, as you can see right here. So whenever so. Okay, so let me just delete this just to show you what will happen. So because there are some instances when you are creating your project, then the constraints layout will tell you that there are error. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, I think the video is long, so let me just delete this one. And okay, so if we go right here, and then if we add a text, so let me see what will happen, so you can show what will happen. Okay, into your Android phone, as you can see right here. So okay, let me change the text. Okay, I will just do it right here. So Android text view, I text view. So okay, so just bring the source text view, text view. I'll say no developer. Okay, for example, we just taking numbers. As you can see right here, it shows something like an error that it's just telling that where is it? Okay, where is the error? Okay, I go here. So I click this one. So what you can see right here is that missing constraints in constraints layout. The view is not constraints. It only has design time positions, so it will jump to 00. Unless you add a constraint. So the layout editors allow you to place anywhere the canvas, and it records the current position with design time attribute, or such as the layout editor also X. These attributes are not applied at runtime, so if you push your layout on a device, the widget may appear in the notification than showing the editor. So this will be the problem here. This will be most common error that will happen. So if I try to run it again on my device, notice what will happen. This word will appear in the other location, not in the center, because there is no, because when using constraints layout, we need to constrain it to the edges, or we need to connect this one to the match parent. So okay, so just let me show you. Okay, so after it will be built, so install. Okay, so let me open my Android device, so you can see what really exactly what I want you to. Okay, so there you go, there it is. So as you can see, in our editor, our word was in the center, or in this one, in this position, current position, but in our phone it's not showing the same location where we want it to be. So how we can fix it? So there is an easy way to fix it. So, okay, so when using constraints layout, so okay, so just click this one, the hello world. Okay, we'll just collapse the whole attributes tabs and hierarchy, and then we will just go to the layout section. So whenever you are using a constraints layout, so as you can see, not horizontally constrained. Okay, so to fix that, we just need to constrain it to the vertical and horizontal. So to the vertical, we just constrain it. So and then this one below also right here. So now it will be fixed. So okay, there's one thing. So this one, this will be easily to fix. So what it does, it will just add to the resource name, or to the string XML, this one, the resource name. Okay, so it will be easy to fix. So when we're done, just let me delete this one first. So it will be okay. So click to install it again, reinstall it again. So okay, this video is long now, so I'm very sorry. So I hope you still follow. So this video is intended mostly to the maybe to the beginner, very beginner. Okay, so but advanced or intermediate can still follow this one, or if you are just a beginner and want to learn Android Studio or programming the application. So as you can see, it's installed. So let me just open it on my phone and show what it will be look like. So as you can see now, so it is now constrained. So the error is gone. So before we see our text, this one in this location, now it's really appearing the same as what editor. So in the editor. Okay, so that is the important thing that you will remember when using the constraints layout. Mostly if you are a beginner and you think that when you drag this one in the editor tab and then when you run the app, then it will appear the same as what in the editor. But the thing that you need to remember is you need to constrain vertical and horizontal. So to match this, to connect this into the parent window of our Android project. So thanks for watching, guys. This will be the very first tutorial in this video series. So I hope to see you in the next video. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Hello, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to this another video tutorial series. So in this series of video, we're gonna be learning how we can develop our first app in Android Studio. So whenever you want to make some application, you need to become a developer. You want to step in the EvilTwin